12 News at 10 with Mark Curtis and Caribe Divine starts now.
Good evening. We're starting with some breaking news in Phoenix right now. Fire crews on the scene of a serious crash that's left 2 people with serious injuries. This is a live look from Sky 12 over the area of Paradise Village Parkway and Tatum Boulevard. Now, we also have a crew live at the scene. Phoenix fire officials say there was a crash involving that motorcycle and a pedestrian. We're told that both people were rushed to the hospital in extremely critical condition. Phoenix police now investigating what led up to the crash. Be sure and stay with 12 News for any updates.
New at 10, the Maricopa County Attorney's Office is investigating a woman who accused a former star of the reality TV show The Bachelor of getting her pregnant with twins. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Caribe Divine.
I'm Mark Curtis. The woman later claimed she had a miscarriage, but a family court judge ruled that her claim was false and then referred the case to the county attorney's office for review.
12 News journalist Bianca Bono has been following this story, and she's joining us live in studio with more. Bianca?
Yeah, Mark Caribe, in that ruling, the judge stated the woman has a pattern of similar, if not identical, behavior, which is why she referred the case to be reviewed for possible criminal charges. I asked Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell where her office's investigation stands. She described the nature of this case as exceptional. In August of last year, Laura Owens filed a paternity suit in Maricopa County Superior Court alleging Clayton Eckert, the star of season 26 of The Bachelor, got her pregnant. 1 year later, that filing has led to Owens becoming the subject of an investigation by the Maricopa County Attorney's Office.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell sharing an update on her office's review of the case that originated in family court. The family court judge referred it to her.
How usual or typical or unusual is it to have a case referred to your office in the way that it was?
Typically, it's for perjury charges. They'll refer it directly to our office. So that part's not uncommon. Obviously, the nature of the case is exceptional.
In an interview with 12 News this summer, Eckert said he and Owens got together romantically but never had sexual intercourse. He categorically denied Owens' claims of pregnancy and was shocked by her court filing.
It was guilty till proven innocent. Everyone online was saying, yep, this is the guy that we saw on The Bachelor. Terrible person. Makes sense, this tracks.
As the court process played out, Owens claimed she miscarried, filing a motion to dismiss her paternity suit. But in order to clear his name, Eckert wanted to continue. Ultimately, Judge Julie Mata issued a 19-page ruling determining Owens knowingly presented a false claim, writing she has a pattern of similar, if not identical, behavior and is referring Owens' actions to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office for review. Eckert says he has since met other men who also faced paternity allegations from Owens.
We are actually at a place now where she may face criminal prosecution, which she should because she's been doing this for almost 10 years.
Mitchell says due to the volume of information in the case, the investigation will take time, but her office will ultimately determine if Owens' actions warrant criminal charges.
I know they're going through it quickly. They've talked to a number of people, and as you can imagine, it's gathering information from a number of different sources, medical, courts, etc. So they're busy working on that.
In an evidentiary hearing this summer, despite admitting to altering medical records, Owens maintained the validity of her pregnancy. Her attorney confirmed to me this afternoon they still plan to file an appeal. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
All right, Bianca, thank you. New at 10, Phoenix police have made an arrest in the shooting death of 24-year-old Jacob Sierra. That shooting happened around 3:30 Monday morning in the area of 44th Street and McDowell Road. The shooter drove off, but after an extensive search, police say they've arrested a man named Thomas Draper. He is now facing a second-degree murder charge.
Tonight, an update on a story we first brought to you last night as breaking news. Firefighters used an underwater drone this morning to recover a body in Tempe Town Lake. Last night, a witness called police saying someone had gone under and never resurfaced. The search was unsuccessful last night, so the teams went out with the drone this morning, and that's when they found the body. Swimming is not allowed in Tempe Town Lake because of the lake's dangerous currents. This is the 3rd drowning in Tempe Town Lake this year.
New tonight, Maricopa County is cracking down on a so-called wedding venue where dozens of newlyweds here had their special day interrupted by law enforcement. The county filed a lawsuit against Wrangler's Roost just north of the valley because it claims that it's not even supposed to host events there. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly has an update on this lawsuit and spoke with one of the brides who had her wedding day come to an abrupt end.
It was supposed to be the best day of their lives. Instead, sheriff's deputies showed up. And tonight we've received body camera video showing those moments.
I remember it as a really terrible night.
A bride in tears.
I am so sorry, ma'am. I am so sorry. We take no joy in this whatsoever.
Holly Ann Tran and her husband had just finished their first dance as a newlywed couple. When the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office showed up around 8 o'clock at night, telling them they had to shut down the music because of noise complaints.
Can you turn it down? I asked him.
I'm afraid that if we do that, we'll get a call back. And if I get a call back, then I have to cut a citation.
Deputies said they could stay, but can't have any music outside. At that point, Tran says her guests started to leave.
It really is a day that I'll never get back. And all the money that we spent on it.
This happened back in November of 2022 at Wrangler's Roost in New River. It's advertised as a venue and resort. Tran saying she signed a contract with the owners, Heidi and Reed Stewart, saying she could have music playing until 10 o'clock. But MCSO says the property is not zoned to be a wedding venue.
Believe it or not, there's actually a cease and desist warrant on this entire location.
Tran isn't the first bride this has happened to. According to MCSO, they've been called out dozens of times over the years for the same problem.
I've been calling for over 3 years now.
Neighbors of Wrangler's Roost complaining about the noise.
The later it gets, the louder it gets.
It could be heard inside homes more than 1,000 feet away, according to the deputy in this body camera video.
It's going to get shut down tonight.
Despite cease and desist letters and charges filed against one of the owners, they continue to hold weddings here, apparently not telling their customers about the situation.
They didn't tell us that.
All culminating to Maricopa County filing this civil lawsuit against the Stewarts, claiming this has been going on since 2016, with them advertising Wrangler's Roost as a resort on several different sites and consistently violating zoning laws. The lawsuit calls for penalties and fines against the Stewarts. Tran wishing this had been done sooner.
I'm really, really glad that the county's doing something about it because I think they should have done something even before my wedding happened.
Hoping other brides won't have their special day ruined like her.
To never do this again.
Separate from the lawsuit, in 2021, the county's Code Compliance Division started fining the Stewarts for hosting these events. They racked up more than $106,000 in penalties. Then last week, they came to a settlement agreement with the Board of Supervisors, admitting they were violating zoning laws and agreed to several stipulations to fix the problem, including proper zoning. That agreement turned their $106,000 fine into $750.
Now, the county did tell us that if the owners violate the settlement agreement, they will have to pay that entire amount. In the meantime, we're told this lawsuit is still ongoing. We're in Phoenix. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, thanks. Let's get a look at your weather impact forecast with meteorologist Lindsay Riley. And Linz, our streak of hot days continues, but no storms, right?
No storms for the next few days here in the valley. Our chances will go up slightly by Sunday. Warm out there today, 112 degrees. We're still at 103. It's 64 in Flagstaff, 87 up toward Page. Skies are clear. The radar for the second day in a row is also clear, but tomorrow we will have a couple pop-up storms and mainly across eastern Arizona. So here's a look at our exclusive 12 News monsoon meter, and we only have 2 ones on the monsoon meter for tomorrow for the White Mountains and southeastern Arizona. Just a slight chance for a storm in those locations. The rest of the state dry and hot. Those storm chances will start to go back up this weekend. I'll have more on that in your full forecast. Mark?
Linz, thanks. Tonight we have an update on a young woman from Chandler battling a severe case of gastroparesis. 21-year-old Ava Miles was taken by air ambulance for specialized treatment at the Cleveland Clinic this morning. As we told you last night, her transportation and out-of-state treatment is not covered by her insurance, and it's very expensive. A GoFundMe page to help her has grown to $43,000. We've put a link for that fundraiser on our website, 12news.com.
Well, anyone who lives in Maricopa knows about the daily struggles of driving on State Route 347. Well, the Arizona Department of Transportation is now in the beginning stages of a project to address their concerns. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is in Maricopa with details on a new plan to improve the road.
The city of Maricopa is essentially landlocked, with State Route 347 being the only major road to connect their city with the valley.
One way out, one way in.
This overflowing room of Maricopa residents are all here for the same reason.
I want to see what's going on with this death trap.
Mona Polite is talking about State Route 347, the only major road Maricopa residents can take to and from Interstate 10.
I commute on it 3 days a week.
A lengthy commute Charles Clark and other residents say can take between 1 to 2 hours.
You really sit for a long time just idling your cars.
Population growth is mostly to blame.
There's just so many people living here in Maricopa now. I mean, we've been here 5.5 years and it's exploded.
The city of Maricopa grew by nearly 20,000 people in 5 years, according to the United States Census Bureau.
You can't drive anywhere without seeing new home builds everywhere.
And a Maricopa Association of Government study says if improvements aren't made, future traffic volumes will exceed SR 347.
Maricopa has grown, and it's been of great interest to the community and ADOT.
The Arizona Department of Transportation has 3 main roadway improvement projects lined up, but they're all moving at a different pace. First, widening SR 347 by 1 lane in each direction. Studies are ongoing and the funding hasn't been secured yet.
We're trying to have the project ready so that when funding is identified, we can move forward.
Second, a Riggs Road interchange. Final design is expected to begin in 2025.
That's going to build a bridge that's going to separate 347 traffic from Riggs Road. It's really going to help with the congestion.
And lastly, improving intersections along SR 347. Designs are being drawn up and construction is expected to begin in 2025.
We're invested in 347 and we have some good things in the pipeline.
Residents at Thursday night's meeting seem satisfied with the plan.
So far, I'm very impressed.
But would like to see movement sooner rather than later.
If only it gets done.
ADOT says widening SR 347 is expected to cost $200 million. Construction won't begin until funding is secured. In Maricopa, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
All right, Gabby, thank you.